Tweeting daily, sometimes more than once. Patchen, Lukens, and Oso on Twitter at 700ESPN.
From the Frostbrewed Coors Light studio, it's Patchen, Lukens, and Oso.
Had a chance to catch up with Erik Meyer. Remember him, the guy that was the starting quarterback going into the season for the Shock this year? Second half of the first game, got knocked out of the game on an illegal hit. He hasn't been back to the field since. I got a chance to talk to him about the decisions he's making right now, not just for the remainder of the season, but the future of his possible football playing career. He has several concussions, hot button issue, and a lot more goes into that decision than people might think. Had a chance to talk to him about that, and we started off talking about that play that knocked him out for the rest of the season. Talk about that hit. I mean, what do you remember about that play?
I remember it was fourth down. I remember scrambling, trying to make a play, and I remember getting hit. I don't remember where he came from, or I just remember kind of coming to, and the trainers were around me, and I remember my helmet was off. I don't know if it got knocked off. I took it off myself, or they took it off, and yeah, I just remember waking up and looking at them, and kind of out of focus, and just kind of sitting there realizing that I got hit pretty good, and kind of just thinking, I can't believe it happened again.
When you started to come to, what was the first thing you thought of?
Hopefully it wasn't as bad as I thought or as I felt, but I knew it was a pretty bad hit. I knew it was kind of late, but I didn't think it was really that bad until I saw it on film, and actually with the whiplash and the head to head, and I saw it, and I said that was a pretty tough hit.
You've been through concussions before. How did this one rank compared to the other ones?
This was up there with the one from last season, as far as kind of knocked me out a little bit. A couple days after, still feeling kind of foggy. Actually feeling foggy for quite a while, but yeah, it was definitely probably number one.
Once the concussion stuff started to go away, sounds like the rest of your body was really barking at you.
Yeah, I definitely felt older than my age, and I'm not that young for this game anymore, anyways. But after that, I'm just trying to move around, just my body aching. Couldn't really sleep well, and that was going on for about over a month, maybe 2 months. Just as far as with the back thing and the neck thing a little bit, but yeah, it was tough. The toughest part was probably the mental part, actually. The physical part. It was something I was going to get over and obviously get better from. I'm just going to have to deal with that. But the mental part is kind of what hurt the most.
Been a couple months. You feeling 100% yet?
I feel a lot better. I definitely feel better. Body's as good as it's probably going to be, and I know I'm going to have to kind of work with some soreness here, some stiffness there, but playing football, and especially in this game too, that kind of comes with the territory.
You go through a lot of things. You talked about the mental part being hard. Talk about that battle. People talk about, I got up, my back hurt or my head hurt. What kind of mental problems or what kind of mental obstacles did you have to deal with?
Just kind of taking it all in again. Last season, I had an unfortunate string of bad luck, but I thought this season was going to be different, especially how hard I worked, and just to take that hit again, and to kind of come to, and then realize what you're gonna have to go through again. The mental part. It just, you start thinking about, can I still do this? What if the next hit is worse? That's kind of what I was going through. Is when people ask me if I'm coming back, it's still kind of the same thing. And I don't want to give this game up. I've done it for 21 years of my life. My first coach of football was my dad, and he was my head coach all the way to my freshman year of high school. So I wasn't really not only playing for myself, but playing for my family, especially my dad, who's always been the coach for me. Never missed a game in my life. Even when I was up here at Eastern Washington playing, him and my mom made every single game throughout my college career, and just to have that support from them, and to go through this and trying to make them proud of you. That's kind of what my off season is about. Is I want to work so hard and not only play for myself, but play for my my parents and my family, and then to go through that, definitely it was sad. It was a tough time, and I'm doing better now, but still having the time. I mean, still thinking about if I should come back. And to be honest with you, I mean, I would love to come back. It's kind of more of, what if I get hit like that again? And what if next time I don't get up? Or what if next time it's so bad where, something worse could happen? Those are kind of the thoughts I've had, especially, the last couple of seasons with the, with the hits I took, the injuries I took. It seems like there's always, something else that's going to happen, and it seems like it gets, worse and worse. But so that's been the hardest part of this thing. Not really so much the injuries of, my back and stuff like that, but it's more, can I take a hit? I mean, being 29 now and taking a lot of them, and having a few concussions, and it's definitely been a roller coaster, and it's been a lot of ups and downs, and last few months have been a lot more downs than ups. So I mean, just trying to fight through that, but it's getting a little bit easier, and a little bit better as time goes on. So.
How hard is it to stand at practice? I mean, the good news is I get to talk to you a lot during practice. The bad news is you get to talk to me instead of playing football. I mean, how hard is that to sit and watch everything?
It's tough. Just stand on the side. Like I said, something done for 21 years, and to kind of last season, as far as come in and be a starter, and to come in this year, the first year in in 3 years in this game, to come in as the starter from the get-go, to put all the time and effort in, and then after week one, you're already sitting on the boards, talking to news reporters, which to be honest, isn't too fun when you got all your buddies out there and all your guys that you kind of went through camp with out there, throwing the football, catching the football, and having fun on the field.
You got to make a decision. You've been dealing with it for a couple months. You've got probably another off season. I wouldn't, unless you plan on coming back before the season's over, which not sure that that's what you're looking at. But you got a decision to make here, and concussions are a big topic nationwide, and you've had a few of them. How much of that do you weigh in, and what are people? I'm sure people are giving you advice one way or the other. What are people telling you? A
lot of people, say, make the best decision for you. If it's over, it's over. But there's something about this game I really can't just say, I'm done for good. I went through I was done, I went through I wasn't done. I've been doing that the last, since I've been hurt, and mid-March. And when that first happened, I actually said, I'm never playing this game again. It's just something that's always something with me. I've always, just have some bad luck playing. And then, the next week I was like, okay, maybe I might come back. Next week, same thing. That part has been, a real roller coaster. I've said I was done before, and then I said I wasn't done. I said I was actually going to come back, and then I kind of realized, what the consequences could be if that were to happen again. Talking with my family, they support me in whatever I do, but I've never really made a decision to give it up yet. So, maybe there's some hope there. Maybe something happens where something clicks for me, or maybe I give it another shot, or maybe I come back and be a backup. I don't know. A lot of people ask me, like, are you still going to play again? What's your decision? And, this is something you, really don't make in 2.5 months if you're completely done after you've done it, 3/4 of your life. This is all I know is sports and football. So, I think I probably need some more time to actually make a decision. I don't know if I'll come back this season or not. Maybe something happens, or maybe something clicks for me to come back this season, back up Kyle. Maybe I'm done for the season. Maybe I hit an off season and something else happens. Some of the off season happens where, I might go out there and give another shot. But, I haven't made a decision yet. And, in 2.5 months playing this for 21 years, I think you don't make a decision like that in 2 months.
What's your best guess? Do you think you'll ever play this game again?
I love this game so much. So I want to say, hopefully I, do make it back, and maybe, maybe I don't have my last play of football, something like that. But that's football. Stuff happens, injuries happen, and but I would like to say I want to play again, or I would like to say I'm gonna play again, but it just really hasn't came to me yet, or hasn't really hit me. So.
What is it about this game that's so hard to give up? Because most people in your position, you've been so lucky to get up, and you know one more hit that you might not, but yet you're not. You can't give it up. What is it about this game that keeps you here right now?
There's playing football. There's nothing else. There's nothing else like it in the world. There's no other sport. I mean, for me, no other adrenaline rush other than, you know, playing football. You know, coming out of the tunnel in front of the crowd, throwing a touchdown, getting hit and getting up. I mean, just winning a game too. I mean, just the hard work that you put in all week, all the preparation, and you know, to only really play actually, you know, 60 minutes of football and actual playing time. I mean, what, 10, 15 minutes of actual plays where you're playing, and something you work for in the off season, 3 or 4 months before the season. Then you're through camp and then through practices, and knowing to have, you know, so many games to actually showcase, you know, your talent, and, you know, kind of what the guys been through to showcase that on a Friday night or a Saturday night. There's something about that, something about hanging out with the guys, you know, being a part of something, and it's hard to give up. And, you know, some people probably don't understand, you know, especially, you know, why wouldn't he give it up if, you know, if he gets hit again, it could be a lot worse. But there's something about that part of the game that a lot of people may not understand, that it's special to a lot of people that play this game.
Is the finality of this what's making it such a difficult decision? Because if you say I'm done, it's final, it's over. Is that what makes this so hard?
Yeah, yes, it does. You know, like, yeah, if I say I'm done, I mean, I don't want to be making a decision saying I'm done, then coming back, and I don't want to say I'm coming back and saying I'm done. So if I make a decision to be done, I want to, you know, make sure that I'm done, and I'm okay with that. And right now, I can't say I'm done and be okay with it. So
this game's taken you a lot of places. I mean, you played in NFL Europe, you played in the Arena League, you played at Eastern Washington. You've gone a lot of places because of this game. You're 30 years old. The NFL probably not on your doorstep right now. How would you like this to end? How would you like, if you could come back and play, or if you decide not to, how do you want this to end?
First of all, I'm 29, so I'm not 30 yet. So, I honestly, I've never thought about how I wanted my career to end. I never even actually. It's weird to hear that question, because that question really didn't come reality until this happened this year in week 1. Then it was, you know, kind of, I mean, how do you really want your career to end? Which was tough, and I think I kind of put it off. And to actually hear it, you know, I mean, it still makes me a little sad, is that I know I'm getting towards the end of my career. It might be the end of my career, I don't know. But to hear that question really didn't become real until week 1. To hear it is tough, because I never thought of, you know, how's my career going to end. I thought I'd play this game until I'm 40 years old. So to hear it at 29 years old, how do you want your career to end, you know, kind of hurts a little bit, because I actually really haven't thought about it, and for that to start becoming reality is tough, and I really haven't thought about it.
Interesting words from Keith Oso and Erik Meyer. Our thoughts, and we continue when we return. Patchen, Lukens, and Oso in the Frost Brew Coors Light